What's up, guys? Jordan Patton here with something a little bit different. Instead of our normal diecast reviews, I decided I'm approaching 150 followers or subscribers on YouTube, and I'm kind of close to 1,000 followers on Instagram. So I kind of wanted to do something special, and I kind of wanted to do this anyway. I have decided that I kind of want to start doing a weekly discussion about NASCAR, about what's going on in the NASCAR community right now. You know, paint schemes, the race this past weekend, the race next week, and just stuff like that. You know, maybe make a couple a week, depending, if there's any big news or something to talk about. Just because I enjoy talking about NASCAR, and I enjoy communicating with other people who enjoy NASCAR, because, believe it or not, I don't have a lot of friends who care about NASCAR. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and start this. Disclaimer, this is my first one, so it's probably not going to be great, but just bear with me. And if you have any ideas or anything to say in the comments, go ahead, put it down there, and I'll take your input. Trolls are welcome. I'll just probably ignore you, but anyways, let's go ahead and get this started with our first topic, which is kind of a rant. It's not very important, but I think it's important. NASCAR. Why did we start the Cup Series playoffs at Las Vegas? No, better yet, why did we end the Cup season regular season during the Cup at Indianapolis and not Richmond? I'm sure it has to do with marketing. I'm sure it has to do with money, but let's stop focusing so much on money. Richmond, the final regular season race at Richmond has always been exciting. It's a short track, Saturday night. It's a perfect place for people to fight to get into the playoffs. But no, we switch it to freaking Indianapolis. And nothing against Indianapolis. It's got some good races. The Brickyard 400 was, from what I could see, a pretty decent race. But come on, man. It's not a good place to end the regular season. Because it's honestly one of those tracks where if you have a really fast car, you're going to probably succeed. The short track gives the driver a little bit of advantage, not just having the fastest car. And it's fun to watch. Rant number 2. Can we get rid of the Twitter emojis and logos on the side of the car? It just clutters the cars and makes nice paint schemes look stupid. It wouldn't even look as bad if we didn't have the white background behind it. It's just like someone literally took a sticker, which is a sticker, I'm aware, wrap, decal, whatever, and just stuck it on the side of the car. It looks stupid. I don't know if they're doing this, I guess they think they're hip and social. I would much rather have the driver's Twitter names, social media names on the banners of the car or whatever than this crap. Anyways, I digress. That is my rant for the week. And other news. So, this is kind of new. I guess it's kind of breaking news. So I read that there are rumors that Lowe's might stay with Jimmy Johnson next year, but be more of a secondary associate. So it won't be their primary sponsor, but it'll still be on the car and still say with Hendrick, which I think would be a good idea. I still think it's I know Jimmy Johnson has had probably his worst year of his career this year, but he's still got it. I still think he could win a race this year if the circumstances. I think a lot of it has to do also with Chevrolet in general just getting used to the new Camaro, and the Camaros are progressing finally. I don't know if it has to do with they just don't have the money to support NASCAR anymore or what. But I'm sad to see him go. But the fact, if they do stay with Jimmy Johnson as a secondary associate sponsor or whatever, that would be cool. But this is, from what I've read, it's just kind of rumor mill. Nothing has been reported officially yet, but that would be cool. Also, I kind of, when I saw the Darlington scheme, I was like, there's no way that's the only thing they're going to do. throwing it back to 2012, all the way back in 2012. Which I like that paint scheme, don't get me wrong, but for a throwback, I mean, I get it, but I definitely really like the Power of Pride one because I remember when I was young, 2001 was the first year I started watching NASCAR, and a lot of stuff happened, and I remember that car very, very not vaguely, but I remember that car. I remember seeing that, and I remember being like, why are there two Lowe's cars? Which is kind of funny because there's two Lowe's cars, and they weren't RCR, which I didn't know better back then because you see cars now that have the same sponsor, different teams, but I didn't know anything back then, but it's a good looking car. I remember I never got it as a kid, but I remember always wanting it before I got the when I was a kid. I wanted that. I saw that Jimmy Johnson car, and I was like, I want that so that can be my Jimmy Johnson car in my collection. So I like that. I like they're throwing back to that, and it looks good. I think the white rim, if they do have the white rims on it, it'll look pretty good. I'd rather them go, because I do like the white rims on the Patriot scheme. I don't know if I really would like it on this one. I think it needs to go to the black rims. And of course, they did his original 2002 scheme. I hope they fix it to be more proportionate with the actual car when it runs at Homestead, and I'm sure they will because the renders kind of look a little weird. But I'm glad they did that. That's awesome. Definitely be a car to get. It's kind of depressing that the last 3 or so years we've had throwbacks to these cars that really aren't that old because either the driver's retiring or the sponsor's retiring. So that kind of sucks. But anyways, on to the next topic, which is last week's race weekend. So I didn't really get to watch. I watched a little bit of the Cup race. Didn't get to watch the Xfinity race because I was coming home from Knoxville from a UT football game, and but I kept up with it. Disappointing once again. My boy Daniel Hemrick wasn't able to pull out a win. He got into some trouble. I think finished 8th or wrecked or something, which is very disappointing. But I was very happy to see Ross Chastain win. That's cool. I think if more drivers got those opportunities, like, Alex Bowman got an opportunity to be in a good car, and he kind of showed that he does have the potential. I think Alex Bowman actually has exceeded my expectations this year. I honestly didn't think he was going to make the playoffs. And it's not because I didn't think he was a good driver. I just didn't think he would be able to perform that well. He's had some really good moments this year. He's going to need to step it up in the next couple of years. But for the first year, he's done pretty good. And then seeing, Ross Chastain get it, it'd be cool. I would like to see him in the 1 next year. Since Shammy's getting kicked out, that would be cool to see him in there. Rather see him than Kurt Busch, just because I like Ross Chastain better than Kurt Busch, and I want to see someone that I like driving the number 1 because it's really the last remnant from DEI, and which is pitiful because the 1 isn't in the same font as it was with DEI, but that's a whole nother deeper level. But yeah, but it was cool to see him win. It's just, I feel like a lot of drivers, if you gave them a chance with a good team, like I think if you put Matt DiBenedetto in that 5 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr., yes, I know that you want Pilot, and Michael Annett has Pilot, and I get it. You have to have sponsors. I get that. But still, the sport is so wrapped up in money nowadays. And it's always been wrapped up in money, but it just seems so much worse now. You're letting I'm going to say it, Michael Annett is a crappy driver. Okay, he's like what, 2 top 10s this year? Barely I don't even think he has made the playoffs for the Xfinity this year. He's just not talented. Like everyone, all the other junior motorsports drivers average top 10s. Including Elliott Sadler. So I mean, come on. But if you put Matt DiBenedetto, I guarantee Matt DiBenedetto would do good. But I digress. That's the Xfinity race. From what I could tell, it's kind of boring. Even though, I'm not going to complain too much because the driver that I actually, like to see win dominated. But the Cup race wasn't all that much better. You really had 3 cars throughout the whole race that had a real shot at winning it, and it was Keselowski, Truex Jr., and Larson. And really frustrated that Larson can't get a win. I'm sure he is too. Like I said, 3 cars really had the reins of the race. And of course, it's a 1.5-mile track, so what do you expect? I mean, that's just kind of how it is right now. Don't know if they'll fix it, don't know. But this is what we got right now. From what I can tell, though, it was a mess because of the stage racing. And I'll say this about stage racing. It definitely has done what they really intended it to do, and that was to keep it interesting. Making the drivers drive like complete assholes, pardon my French. But besides that, it was an alright race. Brad Keselowski is being there at the end. I'm not really a big-time Brad Keselowski fan, even though I'm not going to go too sidetracked, but I watched a video about Brad Keselowski and how Rick Hendrick kind of screwed him over when he was pretty much promised the number 5, and Mark Martin's like, oh, much mad respect for Mark Martin, but Mark Martin said, well, I think I'm going to drive one more, and then didn't do crap in 2010 and 2011. And Brad Keselowski, yeah, we know the story. But, I'm not a huge Brad Keselowski fan. I don't really know why, because I did used to like him, and I guess it was because he drove for Junior. I don't hate him, really, but I'm not really a fan of seeing him win 3 weeks in a row, for sure. But they're being there when they need to be now. They haven't really had the best car the last 3 weeks, but they've had some good strategy, and, Brad Keselowski is a good driver. So right now, I think he has a real good shot at making it to the round of 4. And, if he races like that kind of thing, he could probably win the championship. I mean, it's still way too early in the playoffs to tell. But I think he'll be a threat. Of course, most of the other playoff drivers had some type of trouble. I think the real person who needs to worry who is down there right now is Jimmy Johnson. Just because of how he's ran this year and the luck he's had. I don't know, maybe Denny Hamlin, just because Denny Hamlin, I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan, and I don't mind seeing him struggle at all, but Denny Hamlin probably has something to worry about, which Richmond is a good track for him. So, I mean, it could be a place for him to come out there and get back in it, because I really just, I'm actually an Austin Dillon fan, but I don't see Austin Dillon making it to the next round, so, I mean, we'll see. It's a short track, so maybe we'll see actually some good racing, because it's got a lot of, the drivers have a lot more in their hands than they do at the 1.5 miles and stuff. The Chevrolets have gotten better at the short tracks, so, we may, good possibility, a good place for Kyle Larson to get his first win of the season. Maybe a good place for Chase to get his second win of the season. I'd go more with Kyle, though. Kyle Busch probably gonna be up there all night, and we'll see. But it looks good. My boy Dale Jr.'s coming back for the Xfinity race, so I'm not expecting him to win. I'm not even really expecting a top 5. I'm hoping for a top 15. Top 10 would be nice. It'd be awesome if he won. Don't think he will, but we'll see. It's the first playoff race for the Xfinity drivers, so pulling Team Daniel Hendrick. If he can't pull it off, let's go Allgaier. I don't like Allgaier enough. I like Allgaier, but seeing him win as much as he has, I kind of base how much I like a driver when they have success. And, it's kind of, I can't hate a junior motorsports driver having success, but, I hope, I'm pulling for my boy Daniel Hendrick. But, anyways, I think it's time to wrap it up. It's about a 15-minute video, so I know it's a lot of talking. I doubt any of you made it through 8 minutes, but if you did, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, subscribe, help me out. Trying to get 150 followers or subscribers. Leave a note down in the comments what you would like me to do for 150 subscriber special. I know I kind of half-butt delivered with the 100 subscribers because I never really finished my part 2 of the 164 collection, but a lot of people didn't really seem to get into that, so I wasn't too worried about it. But just let me know what you think would be a good thing to do for the 150 down in the comments. Please, come on, interact with me. I need some NASCAR friends. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Give me some feedback in the comments. I know this is a long video. It won't be this long in the future because, you know, my first couple of reviews were like 10 minutes long and I didn't even do a lot in them. But, yeah. So, thanks for watching my first NASCAR discussion video. Hopefully many more to come, and hopefully we'll get better at this. But thanks for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you may be, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.